Welcome. I'm just going to give a brief introduction to the Masters of Research opportunity at NCAD. This is a new award. It's something that has been offered in the sector, in the art and design sector and visual culture for a number of years elsewhere, but it's new to NCAD, so we're really pleased to be launching it. It's offered by all of the 4 schools at NCAD, so you can do an MRes, a Masters of Research in Design, Education, Fine Art and Visual Culture. And the name of the award that you would graduate with, they're indicated on the side of the screen there. If you're thinking about Masters of Research, what we're looking for is somebody who's got a kind of focus, a practice that they wish to develop further, maybe as an artist, designer, writer, curator, educator. If you're thinking about an MRes, you're probably looking for new experiences. You want to develop your knowledge and skills and develop a kind of perspective on your practice. Maybe you're looking to develop contacts and to effectively find networking opportunities. And of course, we have a very rich faculty of staff and other research students here, so we would form that peer community for you. You're probably also thinking, I need a research degree because there's something in my practice, maybe as an artist or designer or as an educator or curator, where I need to test and develop research skills. Well, this is an opportunity to do that. The shape of the program is quite distinct. What we need is for people to apply who've got an idea of a theme or a topic that they wish to develop, a project that they want to design. Now, what the focus might be is quite broad from our perspective. It might be that you're interested in new materials, or perhaps you're thinking about ecological uses of materials. It may be that you see that there's a problem in the world that you want to resolve in some way through design, or that you've got a body of work that you wish to make as an artist and you want to try and think through how that combines different forms of knowledge. We're also very interested in writing practices, conventionally academic ones, but it may also be experimental writing practices. Maybe you're a curator and you've got a project and you see your curatorial practice as being research driven. The MRes would be a way of testing and endorsing that. As an educator, maybe you want to test new ideas about teaching, or as somebody engaged in working with community or with different social groups, maybe there's a project you want to develop and you want to bring a research lens to that work. Now, they're very open-ended, but we would work with you to kind of give a focus, a scale, and a kind of sense of the depth of challenge that's required in order to take those interests and turn them into an MRes project. These can be things you're already doing. It may be something that you want to do, but an MRes is not a retrospective degree. So we're not awarding an MRes for work that you did a number of years ago. We're looking for current and new projects. You can do this work by thesis or by practice. So it may be that it's very text orientated, or you wish to make a body of artworks or designs, or you want to organize events or performances. There's a range of possibility there. It's largely independent study, but you can dip into some of our research training modules. So everybody would do an introduction to research methods, but maybe you would also take other modules in research ethics or in writing practice, or you could join our existing MAs and undertake some of the curriculum offer there. So effectively, you can kind of map and plan a project with some supporting classes. Your key relationship would be with your supervisors. An MRes student would typically have 2 supervisors, experts in your field, who are going to help you develop that project. You may wish to access the studios and the other facilities of the college for this work. That would be fine. Currently, our fee structure reflects that. We're about to secure approval to have a reduced fee level for students who don't need access to workshops or studios. So we'll be publishing that in the next few weeks on the college website. Another thing to bear in mind is an MRes can also be the first year of the PhD. And at the end of the MRes period of study, you can request to transfer to PhD. So that's a really great way of testing a project and thinking, will this stand up as a PhD project, which takes 3 or 4 years to develop? And if you spend the first year on the MRes, effectively you'll be reducing the duration of your PhD study as well. So the MRes is available in 3 modes. It's available full-time, and that's with a starting date, small error on the screen here, of September 24, and then in the years after, or part-time, and that would effectively be over 2 years, but at a kind of half rate. So you would need to commit to 2 to 2.5 days a week. We also have the option of what we call the long mode, which is to be a full-time student, but only in the summer. So starting in May, every year for 3 years. And that's a good option for somebody who's an academic, maybe teaching for the rest of the year. This would be a chance to do a research degree alongside your teaching. Typically, we start in September. It is also possible to register in January as well. So here's a kind of snapshot of what the structure of a year looks like. This is the full-time year. The part-time and summer modes are similar, but obviously with different timings. So in the autumn, you would do a research methods course, and most of your time is focused throughout the year on that major project that you're developing. The options that are expressed here are 5 credit modules where you can do those courses on ethics or on writing. And then at the end of your study, you do your final assessment, a body of work is presented, and it's examined for the award of MRes. Or, of course, you can transfer out to PhD. We're really keen to see people making applications by first contacting us with some initial thoughts. It's really important that there's a good fit between us, your project, and your expertise. So we'll tell you quite quickly if we're not the right place because we don't have the right expertise or because we don't have the right technologies. So if you contact us through the college website, tell us a bit about your background. Tell us about the area that you wish to develop your broad plans, what kind of project interests you. If you know that there's somebody in the staff team, let us know that you'd like to work with, let us know. That will give us a chance to accelerate that conversation. And if we come back and we'll give you feedback and say, great, this really looks like something that would work well at NCAD, we encourage you to make an application. And part of that process is to make a learning contract with us. And that's about telling us about what kind of equipment you need, what spaces you need. It may also be about whether you're full-time and part-time and so on. Then we call you for an interview and we discuss your plans. We'd be talking to you about your prior practice as well. And then when we offer you a place, we consolidate that learning contract. And those elements around focus and resources, that's where we really pin those down. And we make a clear commitment to you that the project you wish to develop is capable of being awarded an MRes, and this is the right place to do it. So that's that agreement of learning contract. You can apply at any time, but we do prefer applications to come through the spring. By about mid-May, we're putting plans in place for our staffing. We're thinking about which supervisors can work with which research students. And so if you started that conversation with us, we have a good sense of your interests and needs. So do contact us. You'll find all the contact details on our website. And we're very happy to receive initial inquiries. We'll give you feedback quickly and give you a strong sense of whether we're the right place to do the kind of work that you wish to do. So that's the new Masters of Research at NCAD.